Hello, I'm Will Jones. I'm here with the cast and crew of The Play That Goes Wrong after a killer closing night. Emily Badagowski, you are up on this platform here when it falls. Can you just talk us through what went into making you comfortable and able to do that?
So at first, when I was put into this role, I was really scared of, obviously getting hurt. But my friends and our tech director, Mr. Baldwin, have done a really good job with making me feel safe and running through the falling of the platform several times to make sure I feel safe and I'm able to comfortably and safely keep myself standing on the platform.
Thank you. Will, so you have a very big, very memorable character. Can you just talk us through what went into making that character, what made him work?
It took a lot, it was many different versions of Max. I worked with Miss Scanlon, our wonderful director, and we kind of figured out what would work best for Max and what would work best for the whole show in general. But it was so much fun getting to do the big hand gestures, kind of the movement, not dancing, but moving. And it was just a lot of fun, such a fun character to work with this amazing cast, especially freshman year, such a wonderful show to start off.
Thank you. Alyssa, you get knocked out multiple times by the doors and everything. What went into making that safe for you, but also make it presentable and good to the audience as well?
Really, a lot of it was drill. We just had to keep running and running and running, double checking. If something went wrong, we would do it again and again. And I also made sure that I was hitting the same exact position every single time. So if I needed my hands above my face, I would have my hands above my face to make sure that every single time it was the same exact effect.
Thank you. Emily Tobin, you are running the show, everything from the booth. This is obviously a very technical show, a lot of things happening. So what went into for you being able to run this and make everything work together and look nice for the audience?
It was a lot of getting comfortable with being in charge of all of the actors and techies' safety and health every single time that I called for something to drop or fall or plummet from beneath someone. But it was also a lot of timing and making sure that everything looked perfect in its right spot, because if something wasn't perfect, then it didn't go the way that we wanted it to go. So it was a lot of planning and coordination.
Thank you. Abby Thornell, you play a tech person in the show. So as someone who's worked tech and also acts, what went into playing someone who is tech, who's not supposed to be seen on stage?
I was very excited to play Taylor because obviously as a lighting person, I was excited to play a lighting person. As an actor as well, it was actually kind of easy to play terrified on stage when Taylor gets shoved on stage to cover, but I had to pay attention a lot to what cues were happening so I could sort of mime them on my little mini boards. It was really fun to do.
Thank you. And finally, Talia Shanahan. So everyone in the show pretty much plays two characters. Can you just kind of talk us through how that works and what went into making that happen?
So the last time we did something like this with playing two characters was during Freaky Friday, with the mother and daughter both playing each other. And doing this is very difficult because you already have to create one character, but now you also have to create a second character. And with this, most of the characters' personalities are vastly different. For example, with my character, Perkins is the butler, and he is observant and intelligent and knows everything that's going on. But my other character, Denise, I made the decision to have her be a sorority girl, be the life of the party, be doing this to make friends, and she just wants to make friends and be rich. And so they're very different characters. And my character has all of her lines written on her hands, but she still can't pronounce them correctly. So very different from observant to not the sharpest tool in the shed. And having those marked changes from when you're in character acting to then breaking character, it's called a comedic swing. It's honestly so fun to play, in my opinion. It's one of my favorites. And there's a lot of moments where that just really gets the audience to just laugh. It's just fun to go from one extreme to another.
Cool. Thank you, everyone here. This was a great show to do. It came out really well. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Woo!